Hey guys, this is Ants. Right, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this kind of signature tutorial. Not the best looking thing, but it looks pretty sweet, I thought, so I thought, oh, I'll pass it on to my very little members that I've got. Anyway, right, so what I'm going to do is create a new file, as you know. 390 by 130 with a resolution of 300. Right, you may notice I reference back to this every so often. My first time creating it today, so yeah, I ain't had much practice doing it yet. As long as what? Yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, paint the background. The background, the background black, like that. So what I need you to do is open up about 3-4 C4D renders if you got any. If not, try deviantart.com or gamerenders.com. That's the two very few places that I know. So what you do is get like one like this, I think. What are these called? Let me find out what they're called. Abstract renders are supposed to be called, I think. Anyway, so drag it onto your signature. I'm so out of it today. Right, and just play with it. Thank God I didn't reference that to sex. Oh, I did now, but I'm just trying to find the right spot for it. I'm not sure I did this one first. Which one did I do first? No, I didn't do that one first. So I'll hide that layer for now. Nope. Nope. Stock. Right, just do this one first. Right. So like a kind of effective explosion, as you could say. Set it to lighten. Get another render. C4D render. Sorry, I've just got really bad hiccups all of a sudden. What you do with this one is if you got this one, I'm gonna just transform this one to, because you'll see why later. You don't need to do that. It's just because I want the sprinkle effect on that side and the bubbly effect on the other. Don't need to resize that. Put your header on. Now I can use this one. I'm gonna resize this actually because it's a bit big. Hold shift to resize if you like doing it that way. I don't. I like putting the lock chain on at the top. Yeah, that'll do. You don't have to use similar renders, but just flick through, see which one looks best. So I got it on soft light. Soft light or overlay looks pretty nice for that render. Just have a look through, see what suits your C4D render the best. Obviously that one suits mine the best. Add another render. Where are you? Just used you. You can go. Open new. This one. I know you're gonna think, oh, what's he doing? Putting a green render on, but you'll see why later on. The effects that I add sometimes come out weird. So set that to lighten. You may notice it looks a bit full right now. It looks a bit all over the place there, but you'll see what I'll do with the renders later on. So add a gradient map, black to white. Set that to no, not colour. Let's see. Set that to soft light. Turn the opacity down a bit. Put mine on 44%. Don't need to do that exactly, but right. Create a new layer. Get a white soft brush. Mine's at 300 pixels. You can turn the opacity down if you want, but I'm just gonna leave it 100. Just to add some kind of effect there. makes it look a bit brighter and more explosive, I suppose you could say. Add a new layer, image, apply image. What did I do here? This is where I start to forget. Right, image, apply image. I actually did that after. Right, so swap these two around. So what did I do with this layer? Did I just leave it? Oh, I turn the opacity down on the apply image to around 35%. Does that look any better? Set it to overlay to make it look a bit less full. Put white layer above your apply image now. Sorry about that, bit of a mistake on my part. Right, get a gradient map. Black to white. Hold on. So that's a luminosity 50%. Don't have to do that, but it's what looks good for you. Another gradient map. Go through the default blue to orange. Set that to that's pretty funky that. So turn the opacity down on screen. Another one. That was supposed to be on soft light at 20%. Let's see which looks better. I think screen looks better. So screen on mine at 52%. You can go with soft light if you like, whatever you prefer. Another gradient map. Oops. The original purple, green and orange default. Set that to, I believe, is hue 20%. Right. Hue 20%. Another gradient map. Oh, I just realised I forgot something. Above your render, the main one down here, create a new layer. Get a colour that's most what you see the most. I'm gonna go for an orangey red colour, just 'cause like you don't have to do it my way, but I just think that suits best for this kind of signature. Colour it. What did I set that to? Lighten. Set that to lighten. What you might need to do. Oh, turn the opacity down a bit. Put the opacity around 50%. You might need to do the apply image again. So above the first gradient map, image, apply image. Yes. What will that set to? Overlay 30%. So set that to overlay 30%. Right. I have two apply images. That looks pretty sweet. So yeah, I have two apply images, and then on your last gradient map, click reverse the original colours that you used on the fill layer. Well, the paint bucket layer. Layer 8 on mine, this one. That one. Anyway, set that to, I think it's colour. Oh, that don't look too nice. Yeah, colour 20%. Yeah, I'll just leave it at colour for now. It's only a mock-up in it. Now what did I do? Right, create a black layer. But first, just take it off. Well, make it black first. Take it off. Image. Create a new layer. Image, apply image. Put the black layer on. Right, and this is where you blend it a bit more, because obviously you can see now it looks a bit full, doesn't it? So get a soft airbrush again, around 200, 300, and just put your opacity at 21% on up here, and just go around the edges and just scribble a bit out to make it blend a bit more. And if you want to take a bit of colour out, put it on about 4% and just darken the places that are a bit too how can you say it? Can't really explain it. A bit too light. Well, it looks nothing like it at the minute, but oh well. What can you do? Create another gradient map. Black to white. I really should make that preset. I think that is one. Yeah, that is a preset. Soft light 54%. Soft light, lovely. Go for soft light. Having a drink of tea then. My throat's a bit dry. So just add some text. Where's that text that I used? I know it begins with J. Yeah, Jelica. Whatever that is. Ants. Set to white. Put it around 8. Well, depending on your font, whatever you use. Blending options. Drop shadow. Distance. Want an outer glow. Yeah, an outer glow. So they pass it down a bit. Stroke. Don't have a stroke because I just don't think it looks good on this one. And just mess around with the opacity, see what blends best for yours. And then just see what side it. I just realised I forgot to add something, but it don't matter, it looks fine anyway. But yeah, whatever you wanna, if you wanna turn the brightness down a bit. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Got a filter, sharpen. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a white layer. I'm just going to get a bigger brush than that. Add a bit of black here, because I think it's looking a bit too dark at the minute. So without, and just I think I've got my opacity a bit on. Control Shift Z. What is it now? I always forget. Shift Control Z. Step forward. So turn the opacity down because that was really high. I put mine on about 38%. And just darken it up a bit where you think it's a bit too bright. But if you look now, it actually looks like on the left side there's a light source coming from that side. So what I'm going to do very quickly is paint this layer black, filter, render, lens flare. I didn't actually do this one in my original one, but because it looks like kind of like there's a light source coming from that side. Oh, set. Yeah, so if I just for a bit of added texture. So anyway guys, that's the tutorial finished. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe.